Bridget? Okay. May I now call upon Secretary of VIA, Sri Dr. Suhas Bude, to welcome the other dignitaries, as I call them. Doctor from this side, sir. Dr. Jürgen Juncker. Did I get it right? Mr. Ashok Srinivasan. Dr. Gerhard Anton. Mr. Rolf Björnor. Did I get that right? Bernauer. Okay, perfect. And Dr. Ulrich Spear. Mr. Sven Schurz. Mr. Andre Schulte-Suraf. Mr. Sadeep Singh Sandhu.
So Simone from the Karlsruhe team. Will help us announce the
So I have the pleasure to announce our council delegation. So it is my colleague Ross Eichhorn. He is basically the head behind the board. So I'm the coordinator, so the practical part of it. And with us is Mr. Mervan Klink, Automotive Engineering Network, and I have the pleasure for the first time from the city of Baden-Baden, Mr. Martin Lautenschlager is with us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Friends, we have a packed schedule ahead in the day and a lot of information sharing and takeaways. So proceeding further, I now request VIA President Mr. Atul Pandey to kindly give us his welcome address.
Very good morning to all of you. Mr. Dr. Frank, Honorable Mayor, Dr. State, Ms. Cornelia, Iris ma'am, and Ashish ji, and all the delegates coming from Southern Germany, my colleagues from BIE on the dais, and my friends from the industrial fraternity of this region. Friends, it is definitely a proud privilege for all of us here in Vidarbha Industry Association to have you with us here for deliberations with the industries of this region today. India, friends, the whole world is looking at it is primarily, we Indians know it is taken to be today's economy was sixth largest economy and the fastest growing economy globally. But our region, Vidarbha, is also known for something. It is not only known for oranges, friends, it is also tiger capital of the country. India's almost, I would say, half of tiger population is within 250-300 kilometers from Nagpur as a nucleus. So that is again a great attraction for everybody to be here. We would love to have you back here again, enjoying the flora and fauna and the wildlife here around Nagpur. Coming to the industrial scenario, I do admit, let me confess, it is not one of the most advanced, industrially advanced region of the country, or maybe of the state of Maharashtra, but yes, it is definitely a very developing regional economy. We have a lot of natural resources, and efforts for value addition to these natural resources is a challenge which we are trying to meet out quite effectively. And we look forward today for the interactions with our counterparts from Germany, so that we can really not only add value to the natural resources of this region, but also ensure that we are contributing to the environment of the entire country. The equipment, majority of you, we are aware, are directly, indirectly connected with the water pollution, air pollution, air controls, and this particular domain, which primarily is the world of environment, which is the primary area of concern globally. In India, awareness about pollution control, environment is at an infancy stage. A lot of initiatives are being taken by the government agencies and NGOs. Even in Vidarbha Industry Association, as an apex body of industries, we are definitely contributing, making a humble contribution in this direction by creating awareness among the industries of this region, by encouraging those industries which are really meeting those standards, Indian standards, and maybe some of them are trying to meet international standards. But primary objective, of course, today's interactions are to get to know more about the industries from Germany, with whom we can collaborate, from where we can source technology, or maybe we can join hands together for the prosperity of both the counterparts from Germany as well as from this region. With these words, friends, once again, I welcome our friends from Germany, and we all look forward to very meaningful dialogue and tangible gains and a lot of takeaways for the industries of this region. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now call upon VI Vice President Mr. Suresh Rathi to set the tone for today's conference.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Because I know I'll be making a lot of mistakes if I pronounce everybody's name, therefore I say dignitaries on and off the dais. And ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to all of you. This is people's perception that industries are really all polluting. They do not take care of people, but that's not so. We here at VI definitely do so, and we want to tell everybody that we care for people, we care for environment. We are really worried about the global warming. We are worried about the deforestation. And we are really worried about, we also know the extremism of the current situation, that the coldest in US and the hottest in Australia. Yes, we are aware of. We are also aware of that we need to take care of our glaciers in Antarctica. We know that. And we want to tell everybody that yes, we are aware of it and we want to do a lot of things on that. And that's the reason our president has set up a CSR forum, the Corporate Social Responsibility Forum, here at VI, which is being very ably headed by Mr. Gidhari Mantri. And there we are really taking care of, we are supporting government. Very recently we have supported them for Jalyukt Shivar to save water, to have a base to be made available for the people as the summer is fast approaching. And we are also supporting the government in all their endeavor in doing so for the environment. We also have got a IIII forum, Industry Institute Interaction Forum, where we are now connected to almost all the colleges of the region, and we are going and talking to all the youngsters and telling them as well about all this. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of other industry association chiefs, Mr. Captain Randeep from MIA and Mr. Manish Singhi from Booty Bori Manufacturers Association, what clearly shows that they are also here to support us in doing so. And A very special welcome to Ms. Becker and Mr. Ashish, who have been instrumental in doing so. Thank you so much, a warm welcome, and the whole patronage that initially we have a talk, all of you will make the presentation as to what each company has to say and has to, wants to share. And after that, we have got one-to-one meeting, interactive meeting with, actually onto the business. And the evening, we have also invited the local authorities who will come here and will take care of the pollution problem that may come as Nagpur is trying to become a smart city. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rathi. May I now request Lord Mayor of the City of Karlsruhe, Dr. Frank Mentrup, to give us his keynote address. Sir, please.
Honorable President, dear Mr. Pande, dear representatives and members of VSIA, dear delegation members, ladies and gentlemen, I would like first to thank the Nagpur Chamber of Commerce for its invitation and for enabling this event to take place today. This year I am making my third visit to India with a delegation made up of representatives from business and research in my capacity as Mayor of the City of Karlsruhe and Speaker of Karlsruhe Technology Region. I'm the representative of the smaller part of our big delegation. And it's a pleasure for me to represent today a high number, high qualified, engaged and interested experts from economy, from universities and from ministries of the federal state of Baden-Württemberg. And in this function as the head of the double delegation today, I can tell you that we are particularly pleased to be here in Nagpur today and be able to add another component to our network between Baden-Württemberg and India, and may I say a rising star in energy and in environmental issues, and therefore further the relationship between the city of Karlsruhe and the cities in Maharashtra. The southwest of Germany is home to numerous global players such as Daimler, SAP, Bosch, GFT Technologies and Porsche. But in particular, small and medium-sized enterprises form its backbone. From the very beginning, Baden-Württemberg has been a green federal state, and its concentrated expertise in the fields of energy and environment is known beyond its borders. And the members of today's delegation represent this expertise exactly. Thus, the way has been paved for a successful cooperation. Later, Cornelia Frank will introduce in the state of Baden-Württemberg and their experiences and challenges. Now I will focus on the city of Karlsruhe and the technology region. Relations between Karlsruhe and India have a long-standing tradition. As early as in the 1960s, the Karlsruhe German-Indian Society was founded. It serves as a platform for social and cultural exchange between Germans and Indians. In 2006, along with different expert intermediaries, Karlsruhe's Economic Development Department and Karlsruhe Messe and Congress GmbH K&K launched the Indo-German network. Companies interested in the Indian market can use the network in order to exchange information and establish personal contacts. In 2012, cooperation started between K&K, Karlsruhe's Economic Development Department, and the Pune Chamber of Commerce, MCCIA. Both cities have similar key industries. Since February 2014, we are proud to have been able to maintain our own cooperation and marketing office in Pune. This enables us to assist Indian companies in all issues related to establishing their business in the Karlsruhe region. It is part of the so-called India Center of Excellence, promoting economic cooperation and expansion on both sides. The signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the federal state of Maharashtra and Baden-Württemberg in 2015 laid the political foundation for further development and intensification of cooperation. As a result, we established more and more contacts and were able to welcome high-level delegations. In 2015, the Karlsruhe India Board which I share, was founded. It pools and coordinates Indian-related activities led by Karlsruhe-based organizations, companies, and research institutions. In my opinion, it is a very positive sign that the India Board's work for further development and intensification of economic relations between Karlsruhe and Pune also has active financial support of companies. In 2016, we reached a new level of joint activities. During the trade fairs, LearnTech and IT Trans, we were able to welcome Indian exhibitors and delegation visits. The company Shecraft Infotech GmbH opened a branch in Karlsruhe and Technosoft GmbH in Ettlingen. Moreover, we were delighted to host an economic delegation of the German-Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Karlsruhe. In 2016, too, numerous projects were initiated which require exchange of high-level know-how and technology. The spectrum ranges from the planning and development of the smart grid model in Pune to the planning and development of a climate-neutral residential area with a Waldorf school, and finally energy and cooling systems based on biogas and geothermic. Since 2017, the federal state of Baden-Württemberg and the city of Karlsruhe have a joint coordination center for mutual exchange between our cities and regions. Last year, Karlsruhe hosted for the first time the India Summer Days, a festival stretching over 2 days, which was attended by a total of 12,000 visitors. In parallel, the Make in India Congress for small and medium-sized enterprises greatly contributed to the consolidation of the partnership between India and Germany. A central topic which is gaining more and more importance in our debates of our discussions is, of course, digitalization. It will not only have a lasting impact on our private and professional life, but also play an increasingly extensive role in cooperation across borders and continents. Our region boasts about 30,000 jobs in 4,100 IT companies. The local companies generate sales of 5.1 billion euros, an outstanding result in the Federal Republic of Germany. This is also underlined by the fact that Karlsruhe was ranked an excellent fourth place among the IT regions in Europe. This was a result from the European Union. With the help of the federal state, we set up a digital information center, an Olympic IT center for the IT business, with a statewide center for startups in the ICT sector. It goes without saying that science and technology are key factors in Karlsruhe's success stories. Universities, higher education facilities, and research institutions contribute greatly to our success as a business location and help to promote the necessary technology transfer to industry. I'm sure you are all aware of the importance of further developing clusters for the future of our business locations. I'm pleased that the federal state of Baden-Württemberg is actively promoting a cluster policy and that, via its cluster office, it provides expert support to the networks regarding the setup and extension of clusters. In the context of the Smarter City initiative, we would like to involve our clusters in the development of joint solutions to problems related to society through cooperation across borders and between sectors. I would like to highlight the Karlsruhe Energy Forum. The cluster was founded in 2006. It is a strong regional network consisting of about 75 enterprises and about 40 research and development facilities, each with a different focus in the field of energy. Another future-oriented central issue which allows Karlsruhe to develop its position internationally is mobility. Emissions due to private transport contribute significantly to air pollution in the cities. In this context, developing smart models is an important step towards playing an active role in finding solutions to raise quality of life in the cities. It is against this backdrop that we see ourselves as a driving force for innovative transport concepts and technologies in Germany and across Europe. As a testing ground for connected and automated driving, which is currently developed in cooperation with the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology. The city and the region of Karlsruhe will be a pioneering region when it comes to connecting mobility and digitalization, research and implementation, as well as automotive and ICT industries. Founded several years ago, the cluster named Automotive Engineering Network, AEN, brings together players from business, science and research in mobility-related sectors, thus forming a strong alliance between city and region in terms of mobility. In addition, this year on 14 and 15 July, we will again organize the India Summer Days. Given the success of the event in 2017, we decided to include the festival in the city's annual cultural summer. Prior to the festival, a German-Indian startup internationalizing roundtable will take place to discuss business creation in a German-Indian context. In parallel to the India Summer Days, Karlsruhe will host the Global Sustainable Finance Conference, a congress of executives from renowned and globally acting structural and development banks from about 35 countries. Please consider yourself cordially invited to visit the city of Karlsruhe. Whether you would like to come in March for the trade fair, in July to the festival, or to one of the conferences, whenever you would like to come, you are always welcome. In my opinion, there are numerous fields in which we could cooperate now in order to shape the future. In this context, I have a vision of a joint contribution to implement peaceful interaction in the world by launching corporate activities on equal terms and exchanging experience among friends based on shared values. Today, I hope you will make interesting contacts and have fruitful discussions. I'm delighted that you have come to support the relationship between our countries through your personal commitment. Thank you very much that you are here, and we should have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Sir. It is indeed really nice to know that we have already been so much more associated with the city of Karlsruhe than we knew about till now. And thank you so much for shedding so much more light in the context of the German and Indian context. A couple of the points that you mentioned are really close to our heart too at Vidarbha Industries Association, like the cluster development, the energy cells. These are very vibrant forums in our organization also. And I'm sure we'll be able to leverage your expertise in this and move forward from this. Thank you so much. Proceeding to the first of the presentations for today, I call upon Dr. Suhas Budhe, BIA Secretary, and Dr. Kishore Malviya for their views on Vidarbha's industrial scenario and the environmental business potential in this region.
Gracias. Honorable Mayor Frank Winthrop and the members from delegation, a warm welcome from Vidarbha Industries Association. Before I run you through my presentation, there is a small video I'd like to. Small video of the opportunities and the strength of this region. I would like to run you through this video. as you're aware that we are from a central part of India, and Vidarbha industrial Vidarbha would consist of 11 districts of this region. The major economic cities are Nagpur, Amravati, Akola, and Chandrapur, and the GDP is around $1,000 per capita here. The population is 23 million, and we are abundant forest resources. 3/4 of the state's forest covers in this part of the state. The major industrial sectors are natural, man-made fibers, textile, agro, food processing, engineering sectors, cement, steel, power, and furniture. We have a detailed presentation to be shared to you later on. I'm just running through. These are the facts of Nagpur city. We are also known as the Orange City worldwide. And just to tell you that we have few institutes like IIM Nagpur, III, NIPER. IIM Nagpur is one of the major premier management institute of India. Besides that, we have national research institutes like NEERI, that you will be visiting, the delegation will be visiting NEERI, that's the National Environmental Research Institute, then CPAT, then Cotton Research Institute, then IBM, Indian Bureau of Mines, then NTPI, the National Fire College. This city is also selected as a smart city recently, so there will be the director for the smart city will be coming in the afternoon, so you can deliberate with him also. Because of the central location, there are a lot of investment booms now in this region. Patanjali, Mega Food Park, Reliance Aerospace, Defenses, because the offset has opened up a big business opportunity for even foreign companies and Indian companies. So there's almost 30 to 40% of the offset clause in our new defense contract. So Nagpur is also looked at a place where the defense procurement and manufacturing can happen. Besides this, there are other sectors like, because we are center of the country, the logistics, the spoke and hub model for logistics is an opportunity for us. So there are already few companies which are like SSP, they already have a great infrastructure already there put into place. And I've already mentioned to you that the defense and aeronautical Dassault with plants has already put up their plant here. And our own company, Solar Explosives, is one of the second largest explosive manufacturer in the world now. So we have somehow could have a natural opportunity here to have a defense cluster made. Besides this, we also have a food and agro food processing. At BI also, we are now pushing the food and agro processing as one of the major sectors for the growth in this region. We already have players like Haldiram, Dinshwar, Suruchi, and Bojwani's, which are doing the processing of the food here. And as our president has already told you, we are also known as the tiger capital of India. So most of the tiger population of India is around here. So tourism is also one of the major areas. I hope that we're going to share a detailed report of this with you in the next deliberation. I hope that today's deliberation with all of you, all delegation, would enrich both of our sides. And I request my friend Dr. Kishore Malviya to take the floor. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. Honorable Mayor, President VIA. I will be speaking on the environmental business scenarios, different aspects of water, wastewater, recycling, air, solid waste, hazardous waste, biomedical waste, as India, as it is Vidarbha specifically. I will take 2 minutes time to introduce my company first. It is my duty to introduce my company also. We are a SMS group from Nagpur headquartered. We are in different verticals of roads, irrigation, railway, tolls, toll road R&M, mining, electrical division, and one of the business line is environmental cleanliness, urban development and other infrastructure. It's a $300 million turnover company from Nagpur. This is about the environmental business sectors. We are in consulting lines. We have hazardous waste management facilities. We have biomedical waste management facilities. We are operating municipal landfills. We are operating common effluent treatment plants. We are operating sewage treatment plant and recycling plants in India. And we are also operating the produced water. This the water generated from the oil and gas drilling operations. So these are business lines. These are my establishment all across India, different places, from north to south. I'll take you through the environmental regulations in India. It is divided in the very specific sector-wise, like your Environmental Protection Act, which is the umbrella act, covers all aspects of the environment. Your Water Pollution Control Act, Air Pollution Control Act, Hazardous Management Handling Rules, Biomedical Waste Management Handling Rules, Municipal Waste Rules, E-Waste, Plastic Waste, Battery Cycling, and we have very specific discharge norms for the sewage and water. I'll take one by one, like hazardous waste facilities in India. It started as a rule in 1989, and we really started implementing this rule very aggressively 2000 onwards. So now, across 35 states in India, all states have common facilities to take care of industrial hazardous waste. Common facilities, I mean, is a common infrastructure based on the financial viability in particular state. Like Maharashtra, we have 4 common facilities which take care of needs of all industries for their industrial hazardous waste disposal. Same all states facilities now is almost saturated market, but the opportunity here in the hazardous sector is now, earlier the suspended particulate matter norms in the flue gases was 200 ppm, now it is reduced to 50. We are going more aggressive to achieve the flue gas quality. So this is the opportunity for the air pollution control equipment supplying companies like for ESPs or bag filters or venturi scrapers. That is hazardous waste incinerator now getting upgraded. This is the India. 35 states, almost 40 facilities across India, common facilities, and more than 400 incinerators we have captive facilities also for specific industry. So this is the hazardous waste market. Biomedical facilities in India, specifically we don't mix the biomedical waste with health waste. It needs to be treated separately. So all cities where the bed strength in the hospital is more than 10,000 in city has one common facility to collect, transport, treat and dispose of the biomedical waste. Almost all A grade and B grade cities are having the incinerators, autoclaves, disinfection systems, microwaving and the shredding of the plastic. So these facilities are already there in India, but again it requires upgradation due to the new rule in 2016 for the suspended particulate matter norms getting stringent. Even India is now looking for the non-burn technology instead of incinerator. These specific authorities are now moving towards the non-burn technologies for biomedical waste. So there is the opportunity for the air pollution control suppliers, companies, or the companies who are involved into the hospital waste or infectious waste management, or maybe non-burn technologies or microwaving or autoclaving, even hydroclaving is also welcome in India as a new guideline. Now I come to the municipal waste. Municipal waste, till now we were dumping the municipal waste in the dump yard, but now India is going towards the sanitary landfill. Landfill means the design with the kind of set of liners, high density polyethylene liners and set of liners to avoid leachate going into the ground. So there is the opportunity for the HDP liner making companies or geosynthetic material making companies for India to look at. It's a huge requirement in India because all cities are going for the sanitary landfills with the high density polyethylene liners and geosynthetic liners. Many cities have already developed this kind of landfills with the support from the government of India, the infrastructure support, and then further operation and maintenance. So now, the new requirement in this business is we cannot dispose organic waste into the landfill. Earlier it was allowed. More than 5% organic waste is not allowed to be disposed of. So you require to process municipal waste. That is the opportunity in processing. So you can go for biomethanation, can be organic converted into the compost, can be converting into the refuse-derived fuel, can be segregating and recycling. So this huge potential across India and the municipal market is just starting developing. Hazardous waste, biomedical is almost saturated, but because of the new norms, it is getting upgraded. Municipal waste yet to see the growth. E-waste, we recently came up with these e-waste rules and developing it. It is the totally unorganized sector